Okay, in this video we're going to be multiplying using the array method. So we still have the 24 times 16 is our equation. So essentially when you're multiplying using the array method, what you're doing is you're breaking both numbers apart by place value. But since you have to multiply all the way through, it's a lot easier to use an array. So let's draw our array here. Oops. Not the prettiest array in the world. Alright, so up top we're going to say that we have 24 columns and we have 16 rows. So what we're going to do is we're going to break our columns into 20 and 4. So it's like we have 20 columns and 4 columns. And then down here we're going to break our columns into 10 and 6. So we broke our 16 into 10 and 6. We broke our 24 into 20 and 4. Okay, now all we have to do is make our equations. So down here, so you're multiplying, basically what you're doing is multiplying each little section of the array because it's easier to do 4 small multiplication problems than it is to do 1 large multiplication problem. And this can also work with 3-digit. You just have to add one more little section to the array. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up our multiplication problems. So this piece of the array would be a 10 by 20 or a 20 by 10 piece. This piece here, it's a little small, so I'll write it sideways, is a 10 by 4 because we have 10 rows and 4 columns. And over here we have 6 rows and 20 columns. So it's a 6 by 20, this little chunk here. And over here, the smallest piece is going to be 6 by 4, or a 6 times 4. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply them all together. Or, well, multiply them one at a time. Alright, so 10 times 20 is equal to 200. 10 times 4 is equal to 40. A little tight there. 6 times 20 is equal to 120, and 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my answers, 200, 40, 120, and 24, and I'm going to add them up. Because what I'm doing now is I'm basically putting the array back together. So I have 200, 120, 40, and 24. So I just add them. 2 and 4 and 8 and 3. So that's my answer. 384. So just to go over it one more time, nice and slow. What I have here is a 24 by 16 array. I break my rows into 10 rows and 6 rows. And I break my columns into 20 columns and 4 columns. Then, all I have to do is multiply the small arrays that I have made. So, I multiply 10 by 20, I multiply 10 by 4, and down here I multiply 6 by 20, and I multiply 6 by 4. Then all I have to do is add up all of my answers, which I did right here. And it gives me my answer to my original problem. Okay, so remember when you're figuring out what you're multiplying, you're just going across and down and across and down for each section. Okay, that is multiplying using the array method. Good luck.